What's going on, good people? Excuse me. You know what it is, your boy M-I-Corleone, and live here. This is the Learn As You Grow podcast, and this really like episode 2. The first season was like a pilot episode, but now we getting focused. We finally on our job. So with that being said, a lot of people was commenting on the Spam for Spam show that me and my man AK did, and they're saying like, who are we to judge their tracks? Let me explain something. Uh, um, there's people like my man Kid said. There's people that's locked up right now that's better than Jordan, but they didn't get that break. You understand? So just because you don't make it to this level, don't mean you can't compete with the people that's at this level. So I just want to let that be known. And if anybody thinks they can compete with me, we can compete live in Philly. I'm everywhere. We can do it however. We can sell some tickets. We can do it for charity, however you want to do it. But I ain't even been writing. I just been straight going. Trying to get this EP done by Valentine's Day. But oh yeah, before I forget, subscribe and like this joint, man. If you on Spotify, give it 5 stars for me, man. That's all I'm asking. If you want to subscribe too, that's another thing. If you want to subscribe, you can also hit me up, and that's right on the Spotify app. And what is it? I think it's $2.99 a month, and you'll get all the basically all the new tracks that come out and all that. So yeah, with that being said, we'll kind of get right into it. Oh yeah. BeatStars.com. BeatStars.com / excuse me, BeatStars.com / Beats by the Kilo. Alright. Beats are on sale right now for $5. Go and get them. Go and get them while they're hot. Because these are beats that I'm done with. It's a new year. These are all the beats from 21. A lot of good stuff happened in 21. A lot of crazy stuff happened in 21. And I guess first, I'm going to talk about how the subscriptions are going to go. So when you subscribe, usually I'm going to put out an episode a week. Give or take a couple weeks. Don't crucify me if you wake up on Thursday morning and it's not there. So but anyway, give or take, I'm gonna be recording every week, and I'm gonna have 2 or 3 extra episodes that you can only get to if you subscribe. You pay the $2.99 a month. It's nothing. It's really, what do you get a boy on the corner? Seriously, the boy that stands on the corner, what do you give him? I entertain you. All right, let's just break down some of the numbers just from December. All right, now my YouTube channel was watched for 55 hours. 55 hours. And that's why it's called the Learn As You Grow podcast. Because one thing about that is you can't compare yourself to others now. All right, you might be thinking like, all right, he got 55 hours of content, and people, listen or watch for that long, whether they listen to the beats or if they watch the content. But what I'm saying is, for 55 hours, somebody watched what I did for the month. So, matter of fact, 17,000 people did. 17,000 unique viewers. So, with that said, anybody that wants to run ads on the podcast, hit me up. It's for the low right now, and we could do a little deal right now for a month, 2 months, and you never know. Um, 2 months from now, this might be the hottest thing out. So you never know. But anyway, with that being said, hit me up, M-I-Corleone at beatsbythekilo.com. And beatsbythekilo.com will be relaunched again on January 1st. It's up right now, but we're doing it all over. We going to figure this whole thing out. So, what else we got to talk about? All right. So, the Span for Span podcast. I haven't been doing it because people are so sensitive. I started that because I figured I send my beats out to people and I want them to listen to my beats, right? So I started listening to some artists that were sending me some. And I said, instead of me just doing it regular, let me just, bring somebody in the whip. The concept was crazy. We in the back of one of my whips, and it just looks crazy. We got the Maybach style. You know how we already do it. But anyway, and the concept was dope. But then people hit me up like, yo, who is you? This, that, and the third. Look, if you can't handle that, then you couldn't have handled it back in the day. I'm 36 years old, but I got 25 years in the game. I don't even like to say that shit, because then people think like it's 25 consecutive. Like, what the fuck was you doing all that time? Dang, I'm cursing in the first 5 minutes. Dang. But anyway, they think like, what was you doing in that time? So I'll tell them it wasn't a consistent 25. It's just trying to go with this rap stuff. Understand that I started as a rapper when I was 11 years old. We formed a group. My man Kashim, he's gonna be on the episode soon. Even if I gotta drag him on here, it's like, nah, that's my brother. No matter what. Me and Kashim met in 6th grade. From there, we formed a bond, and we started a group. The crazy thing about me and Kashim, and when I get him on the podcast, we're going to speak a lot more on it. The crazy thing about me and Kashim and the whole situation is that, alright, so when, I think I told you guys already, you guys and girls, women, that I lost my whole train of thought. Let me bring it back. So I already told you guys that me and Kai, we started the group, and this was a time where me, my sister, and my mom were living in my aunt's basement over in Jersey, and just so me and my sister can go to school over there. So, try to get out of the city, try to start a new life. That's what my mom was trying to do. My dad stayed in the city though, so my dad would never leave the city. He's just there. But anyway, so when we started the group, we both met each other in 6th grade, but he was from 31st and Tallahassee, and I'm from 29th and Ward. All right. Anybody who knows from back in them days, the racism was at an all-time high. About when I was 11 years old, around 96. This when Farrakhan marched through the whole great, and it was just like, I don't even think it was more of a skin color thing. I think it was just like they put us both in the hood and they just pinned us up against each other. Like, And they put us in different schools pretty much. You know, and let's just keep it real. They put the black folks in worse schools, and it just is what it is. But me and Kai, we met in Jersey, and we started playing ball really together, and we found out he was from Philly, I'm from Philly, and like, yo, he's from there. Mind you, we're both going to Philly like after school and on the weekends and all that, and there's riots going on, and we're looking at each other like, oh shit, like, cause we're in school rapping and shit together, like, so it just was very frowned upon, and hip hop brought us together as far as I'm talking about the whole neighborhood, cause pardon me, talking about the whole neighborhood, cause pardon myself, cause it was just like, all right. After that, I remember me and Kai was at a football game, and they used to have the football games right there on 29th and Tasker. Told you I'm from 29th and Warren, but around that age of like 12, 13, everybody started heading up towards Tasker because it was just more people up there. They had the store right there, and it was just a better scenery. But from when I was allowed off the porch when I was like 4 or 5, whatever, I was always always shooting, always down Wharton Street. But so anyway, now we're in the middle of this riots and all that. So I wasn't even with it. I ain't even want to go to Philly really no more like that. I just wasn't on that time. I was on some hip hop time, and I was just raised different. You feel me? Than a lot of people, and you would think it'd be the opposite, cause my mom, shout out to her, she witnessed her brother get killed back in like '76 when she was like 13, and over some racism stuff, and you would think that she would hold resentment. The dude only got 5 years. Due to kill my Uncle Franny. Rest in peace, my Uncle Franny. You know, they wrote books about this story and all that, but it goes so deep to where as though the whole neighborhood would just be involved in it, and I chose to step away at a very young age. Now there was some others stepping away, but they were females. It wasn't too many dudes that was, going, stepping up like, ew, they on that side. Like, I'm not with that. But what I found out is it was more black folks that they weren't even on that. They weren't on that type time. Like, it was just, like, I didn't understand why, like, it seemed like, and I'm not going against my own kind at all. I just never understood why it seemed like they hated them for, I don't know why, but they really didn't hate them. Like, and they were the ones that should have hated them. But anyway, we started to go PFL, Players for Life. This was around the time when Mace and Puffy and the Locks just came out. So At this time, you had to record demo tapes. Remembers demo tapes. Remember, it was cassette tapes. And you would basically, what I would do is, I would at first just have the regular thing you just press record. I had somebody's instrumental playing in the background, try to rap to it. I remember the first instrumentals I had was the Missy. It was a dope Missy. Nah, it was the Leah joint. It was Leah joint made by Timbaland. What else? I put it in the description. And what else? It was when Snoop signed No Limit, he put out a single with them called the chorus went like, matter of fact, I think it was something like DPG or something like that, but we remade it in PFL. And to be honest with you, at that time, there was people rapping to other people's beats, but there wasn't too many people remaking somebody's song. Like, have you seen later on in the mixtape game when you seen people just taking people's beats and just basically taking their chorus and remaking the whole song. So yeah, me and Kai met my man Steve, and Steve just happened to be mixed. I couldn't make shit up. Steve was from Jersey though. He was from Williamsboro. Shout out to Steve. He's in Florida somewhere. Last I talked to him, Kai said he got in touch with him. Steve always been thorough boy. Like, we used to chart his house. His sister was thorough. His sister was a little bit older than her boyfriend, rap. I think his name was like Demetrius or something. But yeah, man, we go that far back, and we were whack. Just keeping it real, we were whack. We were whack as all fluff. I swear to God, we're the wackest. But people would clown you back then when you stepped into a cipher and you spit some weak stuff. Like, it was different back then. Now, you just put some stuff on SoundCloud, and if you get a couple comments of people that you don't like, you just delete them, and you just, take the comments off and just let it rock. Back then, you actually had to go in front of people and spit your verse. And then if they had a young pit bull with them, you might have to be there and go back and forth 5 rounds with this dude. And I remember the first person that in the industry that rap for was a boy named A-Money or something like that. But the reason why this happened is because I was looking in the yellow pages for record label, and I would just blow every Philly International, every label that was out back then. I just blow up their phone. There was no cell phones at that time. If there was, it was the old Will Smith Jones. But so I'm calling Beatdown Records non-stop, leaving messages on the answering machine. Every rap that I write, I'm spitting it on the answering machine. Oh man, boys had them so to this day. But this is what I had to do to get my skills up, and so even with that, all right, I stopped rapping with Kashim. Kashim, went on to start playing ball, and he stayed in the Jersey life, and I kind of moved more towards. Well, I did move to Philly, and and I started going to South Philly High, and walked in sober, came out really high, and and new track coming by the way, that EP, but even in there, I remember, but even before that, when I go to get my hair cut at Goldie's, if you remember Goldie's on 27th Dickinson, um, we were patching the race getting patched up. It was just like, cause me, my man AK, who I did the span for span with, my man A-Rap, who he needs to get on an episode so we can tell these BMF stories, man. Cause if not, man, I had to tell them without you, bro. I mean, they're popping right now, so I gotta get that episode out, bro. But anyway, shout out to my man A-Rap. Who else? My cousin. A couple other people. So we were rapping, but we weren't that nice. So when we would record stuff, bring it around Goldie's, you could just tell by the facial expressions and the put something else on. That's all that had to be said. And you kind of knew. I remember a couple times I had to sit there and get a haircut after they turned my joint off on the first song. Like, and nodded. And, but that didn't make me go running hard and, I ain't no more. That shit made me go harder. And really, really look into my craft and look into what I need to do to impress people. Like, I'm saying what's of course you're gonna see what's the hottest stuff out, and Philly was on fire, cause this was Bean's first when he first came out. Major Figures when he first came out, and I'm talking about I was rapping before Eminem even came out. Before I heard about Eminem, I was rapping, and that's why I always hate it when they say like, "Yo, you the next Eminem." Nah, I'm the first made. Like, nah. But anyway, so I had to go through different rap names because, you don't know because the internet wasn't. We had AOL, but you couldn't search to see if somebody else had your rap name that easily. You couldn't just Google and see. Like, so I remember my rap name was Arsonist for the longest time. And then Dipset came right before MySpace came out. Or right around that time, that whole era. And what the Heat Makers, what's the producer's name? Arsonist. How's he spell it? Just like I spell it. R-S-R, capital R, lowercase s, O-N-I-S-T. Dang. Now I got a new name, right? I'm booked at the time I'm down for a robbery. First degree on robbery. Not proud of that. That's why it's the Learn As You Grow podcast. Because I learned from that. I was 21 years old. That was the first and last time that I ever went to state prison. Ever. And knock on wood, hopefully it stays like that. What else? Pardon me. Alright. So I walk into prison. What's the first thing? People like, yo, where you from? Philly. What you rap? I'm getting bang. I was in Jersey. In Jersey with all the boys from North Jersey and Newark and Patterson and all them. Shout out to them, Jersey City, all that. And shout out to all them. But first thing, like, yeah, you from Philly? And then they see my style. So I probably ask somebody first, like, yo, who raps? And they be like, yo, my man, he raps over here. This my man. Like, he's from my hood. Mind you, I'm out of state. I don't know nobody in this joint. Matter of fact, I did know somebody. Cause when I went to school out there, my man Dante, um, Dante Santiago, we was on the Bluebird and all together. Pause. You know the Bluebird. We was on the bus to go to prison and all together, and that was God right there, cause he was Latin kinged up. I'm neutral, and it kind of gave me a crew to rock with. While when we first went to Annandale, we was in College 8, and people were getting trashed in the basement and just coming up and just laying in their bunks. So the CEO finally was like, "Yo, you been in your bunk for 4 days, bro. He's scared. He's scared to get up. What's gonna happen? Now he's just waiting to get trashed again." I seen young boy, his braces went through his lips. Oh my God. And he just laid there for about a day and a half. Finally, during the count, he was like, I told him, yo, you chat right now. But claiming blood when he wasn't right. And that's when I was like, you will not catch me gangbanging. So anyway, with that being said, I had to battle everybody. Because it's different if, somebody from Camden, a black boy from Camden walked in at that time. We talking 2007, 2008, around that time. So it's different if a black boy walks in and talks about he raps or whatever. But when somebody from Philly comes in and it's a white boy, white boy from South Philly, he spit that shit. I probably, spit a couple bars, spit a little 16 for them, give them a little sample. He spit that shit. I remember a couple times it was almost riots in the, not riots, but I'm talking about the COs almost ran down and called the called the code on us for just too many people gathered around. So when we finally, I got a chance to battle the bull, I wasn't even worried about dude. Like he was it's probably about a month. I was probably in there for about a month by this time. I done already rap with everybody, but it wasn't even on no battle and stuff. It was just on some cipher, and it's just like, yo, boy, nice, like, cause I really just, even in DC, CFCF, wherever, CFCF usually I don't even feel like rap. I'm rapped out by that time. DC, you might catch me on just trying to bid, but anyway, I throw a concert in that joint one night. DC, I swear to God, they had the trash can upside down, and this is what hip hop is. This is the root of hip hop. So when I'm out here, judging other artists, I'm putting my music out to get judged just as well. Make up your show and put my music on there and judge it. Shit. I did a span with my old music, judging it. So it don't make sense to me how people get so sensitive. But like I said, if you send it to my inbox, just expect for it to go on span for span. It might not, but it might. You never know. So that's on you. But if you send it to my SoundCloud, there's a big chance that'll be on Span for Span. So I just don't even want to hear no complaint, nothing like that. But back to what I was saying. So dude was writing for like a month, right? Um, we ain't gonna do this. Shout out my pot. That's my man. Shout out my pot. That beat's crazy, so we ain't gonna do that. So dude was writing for like a month. I'm trying to go home for real. Like I'm wrapped out at that point. Like, you know, I've been in the county at that time for like 11 months. I was in Craig for like a month, just sitting, waiting to get my home job. I was in Cottage 8 for like almost a month. Now I'm over there in, what was that, Cottage? What was that Cottage? I think it's 10 of them. It's 10 of them. We was in 9 or 10. We was in 9. And 9 was the dogs, I think. We was in one of the crypt rooms. There's 2 crypt rooms right near the kitchen. We was in one of them. And that was 15 years ago. And dude came up and he had like 100 bars from just like written. You could tell he wrote it and memorized the shit. What? I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready for that one. Ain't dropped. But that's when I knew that the game was changing. Cause this was just around MySpace era. This was just around FL had just dropped. You know, I didn't start making beats till about a year and a half ago, 2 years ago for real. So, but anyway, MySpace had just dropped, so people were trying to get that look, but that whole thing was ending. And as far as face to face, you know, rapping, like a lot of people would be like, yeah, I rap like I don't rap for free. I don't freestyle for free. You know what I mean? And you'd be like, who are you, dog? Like, who are you? So I'm gonna just say like this. I've seen a lot of people on their way up and a lot of people on their way down.